the point of, well, Canada's more Democrat because has more democracy because we have more choices. Yeah, well, that hasn't quite worked out for us either. Yeah, it hasn't worked out at all. And honestly, in my perspective of, are we more Democrat? Probably not, because basically our the way we do our seats and our MPs are based on population. That wouldn't work for the States at all. The States has like 10 times more population than we do, so that wouldn't work out. So in that perspective, I would say right off the bat that the States is way more democratic than we are. Do they have as many choices as us? No. But their politicians are just as fucked up as ours, so really you can't really argue or deny the point. They're just as screwed as we are in that perspective. And it's honestly, it's a lot of horse shit. When I imagine if the forefathers saw what Democrats and basically how democracy is nowadays, they would probably roll over in their grave, because that's not what the forefathers had envisioned for the States, or for Canada in that matter, for the British Empire, when they created basically the democratic views for Canada. It was based on what it was for Britain, but it doesn't quite work again because of the population difference. We modeled ourselves off the British Empire when we modeled off the American, which good in some perspectives, bad in others. It was kind of it's almost a catch-22. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. But you're surely fucked if you do neither. So that's going off the politics and that. Canada's no better than the States, and the States is no better than Canada. It's just the way it is. Has our politicians been bettered or worse from what goes on across borders? Yeah, they are. I wouldn't say our politicians are better. We might, basically, the amount of power that one politician, nobody here says, oh, I wish my kid would be a prime minister. You'll never see that. I think it was just, who was it? Louis Black. He mentioned in one of his skits that it was, he mentioned that, the hell, how did it go? I can't remember exactly what it was. But he mentioned that, you'll never see a shirt that says, I want my kid to be a prime minister. You'll never see that in Canada. Whereas in the States, you'll hope for, because we honestly just hope for our kids to do better than that. Like, become a biochemical engineer, or become an astrophysicist, or something like that. Do something better with your life than be a politician. Not to mention, you need a certain je ne sais quoi to be a politician. Basically, you need to be a complete fucktard. That's rule number one. You need to be a liar, a cheat. That's rule number two, which is basically just an emphasis on a fucktard. And you need to be a complete dick. If your name is Dick, you're perfect for a politician already. It's not something most people want to do. Do they make a good living? Only if you're a prime minister or a senator. Other than that, no. You could make more money pumping gas at a local gas bar than you can being a politician. I think I probably got enough now. Yeah, so that's basically my ramblings on politics for the day. And don't even get me started on religion, because that's a whole other spout. Now, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck were you guys thinking? Well, one biggest thing in the news right now is Minecraft with Microsoft, which I think this is going to be a good thing in a lot of ways. Yes, Mojang has sold a lot of copies. I don't know the figures right off by heart, but Mojang has sold a shitload of copies of Minecraft. But the difference between Minecraft and Mojang is Minecraft and Mojang, no, the same company. Mojang and Microsoft in general is Microsoft has way the fuck more money to spend on development than Minecraft ever did. Not in their wildest dreams do they have as much money, which isn't a bad thing in Microsoft's perspectives. Did I get rid of my hoe? I must have chucked my hoe. I chucked my hoe, didn't I? Fuck. That was a good hoe. I chucked my hoe. I don't know when I chucked my hoe. If it would chuck, did chuck a hole. Chuck a hole. That's a new thing. That's a thing, right? So yeah, do I think it's going to be good for Microsoft to own Mojang or partnership or whatever the hell they're doing? Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of good come of it. Oh, that was a little laggy, but I don't think we'll have to worry too much. A lot of the glitches and things will be removed because, yet again, they have a lot more people that devote themselves just specifically to do problem solving and latency and things like that. If you look at Microsoft games in general, they're a lot better developed than a lot of other gaming companies, even including EA Games, which doesn't do shit for anything. I did a fair bit of testing for them back in the day, and honestly, when I did do testing for them, the rule of thumb was, well, thank you for testing. We'll get back to you on the problem, and if you have the same problem again later, just ignore it. We'll get to it. And they never fucking did. I had that one problem, I think, I'm trying to think which problem it was, but it was like a distinguishable problem that I had, and then it kept coming up. It was a graphics delay, that's what it was. It was a graphics delay between a cutscene, and it never fucking picked up right. Basically, every time somebody spoke in the cutscene, the delay from the graphics did not match the sound quality, so it was always off by about a quarter of a second. You could see a lips move, and then all of a sudden the sound would pick up. And I mentioned it to them, and they said, "Oh, well, we'll get to it. It's not a big problem. We'll get to it." Then the game was published 6 months later, and it was never fixed. Like, fuck off. You told me that, well, we hired you to help us maintain it, and then afterwards they fired me because, well, you didn't maintain it. That's because you guys never did anything fucking about it. Go fuck yourself. I did my part, and I did my part well. You guys were the ones that said, "Oh, well, don't worry about it, we'll fix it." Did you fix it? No. Told me to fuck off after. Yeah, thank you. I never have really trusted EA Games a whole hell of a lot. I thought it was begin with that they asked me to help them out by testing. That should have been my first indication that there's something fishy here. Like, what the fuck? But no, they fucked me around for I don't know how long, but finally I just got pissed off at them. I didn't quit; they actually fired me. And I've done a fair bit of testing for Ubisoft in the past, and honestly, Ubisoft personnel in that and quality of work is fantastic. I do not have any problems with Ubisoft at all. Do they still need to watch some glitches and things in their programming? Yeah, they do. But I wouldn't say it's bad. Ubisoft does actually care about their games and the quality of them. so they, for the most part, I didn't get another pickaxe, so for the most part, Ubisoft, when you're testing with them, are fantastic. They work alongside you. They have programmers that are specifically there to help you fix the issue. If you have an issue, they will fix it. And they're not afraid to frickin' fix it. What game was I actually working on the last part before EA Games fired me? What the hell was it? Oh, Star Wars Old Republic. That's what it was. Yeah, it was Star Wars Old Republic. And they they fired me. Quite a few graphics errors, like significant amount. Even ones that you could basically like almost hack the game, and it wouldn't. The gameplay itself wouldn't pick up. And they never fixed it. There are guys still using that glitch today. That they basically have overridden the game. Has EA Games fixed it? No, they never will. Because in their mind, there's nothing wrong with the gameplay. It's their testers that failed. No, it's the developers that failed. The testers told you what was wrong, you just failed to do anything about it. Saying, oh, well, that's not our problem. But yeah, actually it kind of is. No, it isn't. Yeah, it is. Oh, well. Eventually they'll fall like the rest of them. Well, I think what I'll do is I'll do a couple minute break here. I'm running dangerously low on booze and need more drinkage for talking, so I will pause it here and be back in a couple minutes. Alright, back again. Might have pushed the wrong button when doing the Twitch thing, but